Hi, I would like to introduce you to a family board game developed by my mom. Food for thought is a popular saying. Why don't we think a little about food instead? That is the concept of the game. It combines mind, math, and food into one fun game. This versatile game can be played by children and adults, from grandkids to grandparents, with varying degrees of complexity. It is based on the USDA's New Food Plate and nutrition requirements. The game consists of cards of various foods representing the 5 main food groups: vegetables, fruits, grains, proteins, and dairy. These cards will be used to build your plate. Each card has between 1 to 5 star points, depending on its approximate nutritional value. To play the game, each player gets a plate. The level of the game depends on the number and the ages of the players. Let's start by playing a simple game between two 5-year-olds. First, the organizer of the game, a parent or teacher or the kids themselves, will randomly pick 4 cards from each of the groups for a total of 20 cards. These are the 20 cards we picked. The picked cards will be shuffled and spread on the table face down. After you are done setting up, you are ready to start playing. The goal of the game is to build a plate. Each player will need to get 5 cards, 1 from each food group. Player 1 will pick 1 food card from the table and put it on the corresponding food group on their plate. Player 2 will do the same. Each player will then alternately pick another card without showing the other player and put it on their plate, only if they do not already have a card from that food group. If a card from that food group is already on their plate, the player will return the card face down to the exact spot from the card spread on the table. The memory challenge in this game is to remember where they put the card so they will not pick it up again. The player that completes a plate first will get a bonus star point and then continue building their next plate. My mom just finished her first plate, so now she will continue her second plate. After the first person has completed their second plate, the game is over. Each player will count their stars. The winner will be the player that has the most star points. I have 47 star points, plus a bonus point for finishing my plate first. My mom has only 36 star points, so I win this game. As the players get familiar with the game, they can add more complexity by starting with more cards spread out on the table and building more plates, or using the food chart. Now let's play a more complex game. Use the food chart that is provided. The chart lists the quantity of food required for one day for the player's age and gender. When spreading out the cards on the table, use 5 cards from each food group per player, or less for more of a challenge. Each player needs to play according to their group requirements. For example, popcorn has 2 ounces, so I need 4 more. Each player will alternately pick a card and gradually build their plate. The quantity of food for each food group on their plate should exactly match the required quantity from the chart. For example, if a player selects a card for 1 cup of a vegetable, when the player actually needs only a half a cup to complete the vegetable food group on their plate, the player will need to return the card to the stack. The player should remember the card they returned to the table so that they do not pick it up again. Also, if a player picks a card that they need to complete their food group requirement, but the card will not get them many star points, they can return the card to the table and wait for their next turn to pick a different card. The objective of the game is to get the most number of star points. Therefore, in this variation, a player must consider the number of points and the serving amount on each card to get the maximum number of points. For example, because I know all the vegetables get 5 star points, if I get 2 cards that are half a cup each instead of 1 card that is 1 cup, I will get more star points. However, this might take longer to build my plate. The player who completes their plate first gets 5 bonus star points. Just as before, each player will count their total number of star points, and the player that has the most points wins. Just remember, completing your plate first doesn't guarantee you will win because the number of points you get depends on the nutritional value of your food choices. The purpose of this game is for people to develop a habit of picking the right food choices without even noticing. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed the game preview. If you like it, please vote using the link below.